Good afternoon on this chilly December the 2nd, 2024. Just a little talking shout out. Normally they are written, but this is a verbal one. Thank you so much for being here yesterday for what was a historic moment, the beginning of the changing of the guards from Pastor Dublin to Pastor David Watkins III. You were gracious and upbeat. Everything was just perfect yesterday. And I can't thank you enough for being South Central. I do have this that I'd like to share with you. David and I, Pastor Watkins and I, have been working on a transition plan, which leaves me as the senior pastor until December the 31st, 2025. David comes as an experienced pastor, and although he was an associate in this last role, he has about 12 years of actually pastoring a church. So he doesn't need a lot. He just simply needs me to shepherd him through South Central. But he comes with his own ideas and his own strategic planning. And we're really pretty much on the same page in theology and everything else. So and when he was pastoring, his wife Shauna led the worship, and he's gone through the false accusations from other brothers about what all of that means, and afraid of women going to be preaching and all the craziness. So he knows what that's like. But he does not know a congregation that you can step into that's a loving, compassionate congregation like we are. We're ready made for him. But it's going to require you realizing that transition is not easy. So I'm still the senior pastor. So there will be no changes that are made without consulting me. Everything remains the same as far as our relationship is concerned. What Pastor Watkins and I do will discuss everything. So the structure of the ministries, even as we are continuing the things that are already online. What I'm trying to say, the things we've already got going, like Honor Your Family, Woman's Day, those things. He and I will talk about how to best implement those. My role will not change until we get into the second half of the year, and I hope to become less involved until finally hitting retirement. They don't think about any type of retirement event for me. Just discount that. I promise you. Don't even have the discussion. When that time comes, I will let you know if we're going to have that discussion. And you say it takes planning, yeah, but let me do it. Let me end up to where I started. So let's not get into those kind of things. What I need from you and what I'm wanting is that you become more generous in your offering and your collection and your giving. We've never had two salaries along with the consultant that we have for our electronics, along with an executive assistant. So we're right at the top of our budget now, and there's nothing to cut because we've never had fat. We have no fat in our budget. In other words, we're not doing anything extraordinary. We're not doing anything out of the way that we can cut. So I shared with you this summer we had some unexpected expenses for the building, and even if we'd had that money, it still cuts us short. So we need you to become more generous in your offering, in your giving, your collection, because this is the way that we're going to not only sustain where we are, but to grow and to mature. And we need to be on board. We need all of those people on board, but the income is not going to sustain us. Take me seriously when I say you need to be more generous, and you have to show your expectation for what's coming. Yes, we'll have a bigger church. We'll have more people, but that's not just going to happen on the basis of preaching. It means a church that has sent out a vibration that we want to honor God. We want to praise the Lord Jesus Christ, and we want to be a thriving church. And that requires you rethinking because you've been giving, and I'm thankful for every dime, but your offering is almost, let's just get by. We're not a thriving congregation financially. We don't have a lot of debts. In fact, we only owe for the building, and I've kept it that way. So we don't mismanage money. We don't go out and buy land and stuff that we can't pay for. We've never done any of that. But there comes a time when you can't cut because there's nothing left to cut. So you have to actually increase your offering. We need you to increase your offering to the glory of God so that the things that you hear and the vision you see will be manifest at some point. I will send you a document that will come from David and I about our strategic plan, about what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, and the time frames. So you might innocently ask me a question. I understand that, but we're going to start this week sending you documentation. But beloved, you have to read it. You owe it to us. It's not going to be in a roundup. I'm sending it so as a separate document, so you'll be able to see timelines for what we're planning to do. But for the time being, just let everything be just like it is. Don't worry. Don't start asking all these questions and have all the congregation saying, I don't know. Let us shepherd you. We're not going to abandon you. We're not going to put you in any bind to do anything any different. We simply will transition and let you know in advance what we're doing, how we're doing it, have your input. Nothing will be imposed on you. So allow us to be shepherds, to be pastors, and to guide you. And in the meantime, be very supportive, powerful, involved members of the body here at South Central Church of Christ. God bless you, beloved. Enjoy your day.